Hello children, how are you? I hope you are staying safe and healthy. Yes, how was your exams? Okay, we have completed 6 chapters from the book A, and today we are going to start the first chapter from the book B. Okay, this is book B and we are going to start the first chapter from this. Okay, please take page number 103. 103. Okay, in this session we have to study six chapters. So today we are going to start the first chapter in this textbook, and the title of our chapter is Nona and the Rain. Okay, it is written by Priya Nagarajan. Okay, before we go into the chapter, let me show you some pictures. Okay, look at the screen. Here you can see 2 pictures. What do you see? Yes, the first picture shows what happens when it rains. Okay, and the second picture shows what happens if it does not rain. So this picture shows the role played by rain in our daily lives. Okay, so let's start it. The first chapter, Nona and the Rain, page number 105. I am going to read the lesson for you. Please listen carefully. It is a story about Nona, and let us find out what happened when she asked her grandfather to stop the rain. It is a story about Nona. Who is the major character in the story? Yes, Nona. Okay, so listen carefully. Let me read it for you. It is raining. Grandpa, I can't play, complains Nona. Let us turn off the rain, she tells her grandpa. Are you sure? Asks grandpa. Yes, now. Nona is adamant. Grandpa and Nona turn off the rain tap. The sun shines cheerfully. Nona is happy. All the children are happy. They jump about and play. The warm sun shines on them. Gramsing is surprised. What has happened to his green fields? The plants are drooping. He looks up at the bright sun. Where is the rain? Just then, Gramsing's friends gather on his field. Nona and her grandpa have done this, says Santa. They turned off the rain tap. Let us go and ask them the reason. Everyone decides. But why do you want rain? Asks Nona. Look how happy the children are. They like the sun. The children want the sun. So the weather stays sunny. In the forest, Shehan feels thirsty. Where is the water in the pond? Only puddles remain. The deer shake their heads in despair. So, this chapter, these are the first paragraphs in this story. In this session, we can see the major character. Who is the major character in the story? Yeah, that is Nona. Okay, we can see the conversation between Nona and her grandpa. First, we can see the complaint that is made by Nona. Nona is complaining about the presence of rain. She can't play because of the presence of raining. We can see the conversation between Nona and her grandpa. Nona complained about the presence of rain. She can't play because of the presence of rain. Then they decided to turn off the rain tap. Here you can see the meaning of the word turn off. Turn off means stop the operation or flow of something. Yeah, the meaning of the word turn off is stop. Okay, then they decided to turn off the rain tap. Yes, then the sun shines. What happened then? Yes, the sun shines cheerfully. Nona is happy. All the children are happy. What was the reason? Yes, they can play outside. Yes, they jump about and play. The warm sun shines on them. Gramsing, then now we are going to see the other character, presence of the other character. What is his name? Yes, Gramsing. Gramsing is surprised. Gramsing is a farmer. He is surprised. What has happened to his green fields? Here you can see green field, picture of a green field. Okay, Gramsing is surprised. What has happened to his green fields? The plants are drooping. Here you can see the meaning of the word drooping. Drooping means bend. Here you can see the picture. The green fields are the plants are drooping. The green, he was surprised what has happened to his green fields. The plants are drooping. Then he looks up at the bright sun. Where is the rain? Okay, then Gram Singh's friends gather on his field and says that Nona and her grandpa have done this. The reason behind the absence of rain is Nona and her grandfather, they turned off the rain tap. That was the reason. Okay, they turned off the rain tap. Then they decided to visit Nona and grandpa. Then what was the reply of the Nona? Yes, she said that children doesn't like the presence of rain. They like the presence of sun because they can play outside. They couldn't play outside because of the presence of rain. They can play outside when the sun is present. Okay, so then last we can see the presence of a new character, that is Sher Khan. Okay, Sher Khan. Sher Khan is a fictional character. Yeah, here you can see the picture. Sher Khan is a fictional Bengal fictional character. We already learned this. The meaning of this one, fictional character. Alice is a fictional character. So Sher Khan is a fictional Bengal tiger and the main antagonist of Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book. She is the main character in the book Jungle Book. Okay. So Sher Khan. Finally, we saw the character Sher Khan. Sher Khan is a major character in the story Jungle Book. Then Sher Khan feels thirsty. He is a tiger. Sher Khan feels thirsty. Where is the water in the pond? He didn't get enough water to drink. Where is the water in the pond? Only puddles remain. Okay, look at the screen. Here you can see puddles. Okay, puddles means small pools of water. Okay, he didn't get enough water from the pond. Only puddles remain. Then the deer shake their heads in despair. The deers also didn't get enough water to drink. Okay, this is a main summary of the first of these paragraphs. So okay, now let us let us show the major characters in the story. Nona, first one, Nona is a major character. Then next we can see the presence of grandpa in the story. Nona and grandpa turned off the rain tap. Then Gram Singh. Who is Gram Singh? Yes, Gram Singh is a farmer. Then next one, Santa. Santa is another character. Santa is a friend of Gram Singh. Then next one, Sher Khan. We already saw Sher Khan is a fictional character. He is a tiger. Then deer. Okay. So these are the major characters in the story. Okay, that is the main summary of this chapter. Okay. So now we are going to discuss the vocabulary junction in this chapter. Okay, before we go into this session, I'll ask you one question. What do you mean by collective noun? Okay, so the definition of a collective noun is collective noun name a group of animals, people or things. Collective noun. Collective nouns are the names of a group of animals, people. We can use these collective nouns to refer the names of a group of animals, people or things. We already discussed, we already studied these in the first chapter of the grammar textbook. Okay, so I'll give you another activity. Okay, can you fill this blank? Yes. Okay, a dash of monkeys. A dash of monkeys. Can you fill this blank? Yeah, that's right. A troop of monkeys. Here the word troop is used to refer to a group of monkeys. Okay, so the words, I'll give you some examples of collective nouns. The words herd, colony and flock are collective nouns. Okay, so in this session we are going to see some more collective nouns. So the first one, look at the screen. Here you can see the picture of some lions, and here you can see the collective noun that we can use to refer to a group of lions. So a pride of lions, a pride of lions. Here the word pride is the collective noun that we can use to refer to a group of lions, a pride of lions. Next one, a galaxy of stars, a galaxy of stars. Here the word galaxy, here the collective noun galaxy, that we can use to refer to a group of stars, a galaxy of stars. Next one, a troop of monkeys. We already learned this collective noun in our first chapter. So next one, a mob of kangaroos. Okay, a mob of kangaroos. Here mob is a collective noun that we can use to refer to a group of kangaroos. Okay, here you can see the picture of kangaroos and the pronunciation of that word is kangaroo. Okay, next one, a bouquet of flowers. A bouquet of flowers. Here bouquet is a collective noun that we can use to refer to a group of flowers. Next one, a herd of cattle. Here herd is the collective noun. Next one, yeah, a herd of cattle. A bunch of grapes. Here bunch is the collective noun that we can use to refer to a group of grapes. Next one, a school of fish. Here the word school is the collective noun that we can use to refer to a group of fish. Okay, so these are the main collective nouns. You have to study all these collective nouns, and this is your homework, page number 111. Okay, you will get the questions from this page. Questions you have to find answers of the questions 1 and 2. Okay, this is your homework, and I hope today's class is helpful to you. Wish you a good day. Thank you.